Picture this: 5 astronauts drifting in space, holding laptops so powerful they start dragging entire planets into orbit around them. Billion-dollar corporations? Reduced to tiny moons spinning helplessly. And the funniest part? This isn't sci-fi, it's AI startups today. A 5-person startup, sitting in a cramped apartment with pizza boxes stacked higher than the Wi-Fi router, casually building something that shakes billion-dollar corporations. No flashy headquarters, no army of engineers, no chief synergy evangelist. Just laptops, stubborn ambition, and code that scales faster than anyone can track. Sounds absurd, right? But this is not a fantasy. This is happening right now with AI startups across the globe. If that already sparks questions in your head, drop them in the comments, because by the end of this video, you'll see why the future belongs to the small. The secret starts with leverage. Traditionally, if you wanted to scale a business, you needed bodies. Hundreds of people to manage servers, logistics, and customer service. Today, an AI model can automate what used to take entire departments. A single founder with the right stack can replace entire operational layers. Think of it like driving a tank with just one joystick. And if you are early in your career, the crazy part is you could be the person holding that joystick. Would you rather be part of a 5,000-person hierarchy or a 5-person revolution? Let me know in the comments. But don't confuse small with weak. Small teams are sharp, dangerous, and free from bureaucracy. They move without waiting for approvals, without meetings that could have been emails, without layers of managers to slow things down. This isn't David versus Goliath. It's David with AI-powered slingshots that reload themselves. The tension here is clear. Large companies may have resources, but tiny AI startups have velocity. And in a world where speed beats size, velocity is everything. So what would you choose? Comfort in big corporations or the chaos of speed? Here's where it gets even more interesting. AI doesn't just remove the need for staff, it compounds output. One researcher can train models that write, design, analyze, and even sell. One engineer can launch features across the globe overnight with cloud infrastructure. One strategist can test 1,000 market ideas in parallel without hiring anyone new. It's like having a legion of interns that never sleep, never complain, and never ask for coffee breaks. If you have ever wished for clones of yourself to get more done, AI just granted that wish. But this raises the uncomfortable question. If 5 people can achieve what once took 500, what happens to the 500? Corporate middle layers are already feeling the heat. Routine work is vanishing, and the ladder you thought you'd climb may not even exist in 5 years. For early career professionals, that's both terrifying and liberating. The jobs are shifting, not disappearing. The winners will be those who learn to command AI, not compete against it. Would you rather be the one replaced or the one doing the replacing? Now let's add another twist. You'd think billion-dollar scaling requires billion-dollar funding. Wrong. Cloud platforms let startups pay only for what they use. Open source AI models slash research costs. Even marketing is automated. Ads that optimize themselves, content that generates itself, customers acquired while the team sleeps. Suddenly, the only scarce resource isn't money, it's imagination. And that flips the power dynamic. If your idea is bold enough, your lack of budget no longer matters. So, what's the boldest idea you'd launch if money wasn't a problem? And yet, here's the paradox. The smaller the team, the bigger the pressure. With fewer people, every decision cuts deeper. Every mistake is amplified. The line between breakthrough and burnout is razor thin. For outsiders, it looks glamorous. 5 founders raising billions. Inside, it feels like surviving in a submarine under constant depth charge fire. That pressure forges leaders, not managers. If you have ever wanted a crash course in leadership, forget MBAs, this is it. Could you handle that pressure, or would you crack? The cultural tension is equally sharp. Corporate life teaches you to specialize. Be the finance guy, be the cloud architect. Tiny AI startups don't want specialists. They want hybrids, people who can design, code, pitch, and pivot in the same week. Being just good at one thing is no longer enough. If you are changing careers or starting fresh, this should excite you. You are not behind. You are entering at the exact moment when flexibility beats experience. What mix of skills are you secretly hiding that could make you indispensable? Now think about scale. Big companies measure output per employee. AI startups measure output per algorithm. That's why you see headlines like 7 engineers building a product with 10 million users. The traditional logic of growth, hire more to do more, is breaking down. Instead, it's train smarter models to do more. And the kicker? The larger the model, the less human effort needed. The scaling in reverse. If that flips your mental model upside down, good, it should. But here's the part no one tells you. Autonomy is addictive. Once you have tasted the freedom of making decisions without committees, of seeing your idea go live the same day, you can't go back. That's why many career changers never return to corporate life once they jump into a tiny AI startup. Autonomy rewires your brain. It makes you impatient with bureaucracy forever. Would you risk leaving stability to never sit through another status update meeting again? The ambition behind these teams is almost reckless. They are not aiming for market share in a niche. They are aiming to reshape how industries even work. Healthcare, finance, education. Every system built on human bottlenecks is now vulnerable. 5 people can redesign them from scratch using AI as leverage. If that sounds dramatic, look at history. Airbnb didn't own hotels, Uber didn't own cars, and now AI startups don't need armies of workers. They just need courage and code. And think about this. The real competitive advantage isn't the AI model itself. It's the team's vision. Models are open-sourced, cloud credits are cheap, but the clarity of mission, that's rare. That's what investors bet on. That's what customers feel. That's what inspires early hires to grind through the chaos. For you, clarity about why you are doing something will be the ultimate edge. Do you know your why? Or are you still chasing someone else's? So why are tiny AI teams scaling to billions? Because they have found the cheat code. They swapped brute force for intelligence, replaced bodies with algorithms, and traded politics for speed. They are not bound by the old laws of scale. They are writing new ones. And in this new playbook, size isn't strength. Focus is. Agility is. Conviction is. Which of those do you already have, and which one do you need to build? For those watching early in their careers, the door is wide open. You don't need a 20-year resume to make an impact. You need curiosity, adaptability, and the guts to jump in before the dust settles. For career changers, your diverse background is a strength, not a liability. AI startups thrive on unconventional thinking. The world is rewarding those willing to reinvent themselves. So what's stopping you from stepping in? And here's where I leave you with some reality. In 5 years, we'll look back at this era as the moment when 5-person teams rewrote the rules of business. Some will say, I wish I joined earlier. Others will say, I can't believe I missed that wave. You decide which group you'll belong to. The choice is right in front of you. Chaos or comfort, leverage or labor, revolution or routine. Drop your choice in the comments, and let's see how many of you are ready to step into the future. Found this valuable? Watch our playlists for more practical, expert-level insights on digital transformation and leading your career into the next era of growth. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who needs a clearer strategy. Knowledge is power, and the more people who understand this, the more successful your organization will be. Simplify the tech, amplify the impact. If you care about keeping your online activity private and secure, NordVPN is one of the most reliable tools you can use. Their military-grade encryption ensures your data is safe from hackers, trackers, and even your internet service provider. You can bypass geo-restrictions to access content that's not available in your region. The app is easy to use across all major devices, from desktops to smartphones, and even your router. Use the link in the description to sign up for the current deal and secure your connection today.